It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everybody. Glad you decided to spend your Thursday night with us. We'll go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Cooper in for Kyrie Irving. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Dion Waiters checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Andre Robertson. So for Oklahoma City right now, they've got Dion Waiters. Steven Adams is out there with Nick Collison. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Payne in at the 2. Kicks it to Adams. They double in with Freak. Back to Westbrook. And it's Waiters at the elbow. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Waiters got his first bucket of the night.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy.
Freak with it. Westbrook picks him up. Here's Cooper. The second chance effort. And the nice bucket inside from Mozgov.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
58 seconds left here in the first quarter. From the high post. No luck. Westbrook with the nice D there. Oklahoma City leading by 9.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Stolen by Westbrook. Here we go, one-on-one. Payne can't hit.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Westbrook against Cooper. Pulls it from 20. And it comes off the front of the rim. And here's Payne. He had 10 points in the win against Portland. And the rejection by James. And it's out of bounds to the new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Ibaka comes in for Nick Collison. Kevin Durant's checked in for Dion Waiters. And it's Roberson in for Payne. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Cooper. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Cooper's got his second bucket of the night.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
On defense, Cleveland trailing by 10. Deflected by Thompson. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance.
The offense really coming around here in the second.
It's about rhythm, Clark. They're up above 50% now for the game, and you'll take that on any night. And defensively, there's still some work, though, they're going to have to shore up.
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul. If he gets another, it probably puts him on the bench for the rest of the first half.
Here's Roberson. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
Now for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Celtics in Boston.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. I mean, when you shoot like that from outside, it really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Westbrook against Irving. Knocked away. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and then excellent transition offense.
And really, it all stems from the aggressive defense. That's exactly what the doctor ordered.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
But they recover it. And Thompson kicks to Irving. And the pass to Cooper. Second shot opportunity. They get it back. And finally they hit one. Thompson's got 6.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, not typical. They've been dominant on the board, but they are still falling short on the scoreboard. Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Pass to Cooper. That's out of bounds to the Cavaliers as Cleveland retains possession. And the Cavaliers with some changes. And so we wrap up the first half. Thunder.
Guys, I'm here.
Now the second half about to start up and begin. Cooper, he's checked in for Cleveland. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Irving is out there with Cooper. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, there was... Sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The first one falls. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant and Collison at the 3 and the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Payne, and it's Adams in at the 5 spot. Robertson gets the bucket. Well, for Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's 6th Man of the Year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career-high 55% from the floor.
And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Watches the slam dunk finish.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, you'd like to convert them all, but that should still be enough to secure the win.
From the inbound, and good, he nails it. 9 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And stolen by Freak. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by.
Russell, congratulations.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Kevin Durant.
This was vintage Kevin Durant we saw tonight, fellas. Just tearing it up. He's got the most diverse set.
The only color I care about is green, money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What do you think about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep.
Wow. A Christmas Day game. I didn't expect to be on this stage as a rookie, but it'll be exciting, no doubt. I watched the NBA all day long on Christmas growing up, and to think that kids out there will be seeing me be a part of that, it's surreal. And I've never been one to disappoint the kids, so I better go out there and put on a show.
Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. A good game here would get this road trip started confidently for the Cavaliers. They've lost their last 3 games, and guys, they'd like that streak to end tonight here.
Well, I think for
changes, Spates checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Mon Shumpert has come in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Cooper in for Kyrie Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland, Cooper in at point guard. Mozgov is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Iman Shumpert. And it's Dellavedova in at the 2. When you think about Sean Livingston, you think about the career that might have been an absolute rising star after being taken Clark fourth back in the 2004 draft.
Kevin, he was averaging over 5 assists a game as a teenager, and his shot was improving every year. Then the devastating knee injury. Just great to see him back playing basketball.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
Just 5 on the clock. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Cooper's got his first points of the game.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. 14 points for Klay Thompson.
And getting back to Livingston, he's had comeback after comeback. I mean, each time he'd start to flash those unbelievable movement skills, he'd get injured again. It's a shame because he was on the path to becoming one of the game's great young point guards.
Warriors have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Dishes into space. Barnes with it, now guarded by Shumpert. The shot by Spates, nobody around. Another three for Golden State.
And for Livingston, last season with the Warriors was a dream. He got to back up Steph, so he got to play against second stringers, and we got to see flashes of his dominant traits again. What a happy ending for him.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Outside, Green. Over James. That doesn't go either for Green. And Shumpert kicks to Freak. "18 feet out, and he nails the jumper. Cooper's got 6 points.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size.
Oracle Arena, let's keep it going for your Warriors.
He caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates. Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectation. And it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. The Cavaliers trail by 4. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Cooper, he's in at the point. LeBron James is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Cooper. The shot will not go. So Golden State will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Knicks put forth a nice effort. He ended with a few points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
Good job as always, Doris. Thank you, guys. What was your take on his performance?
Kevin, I really felt like he left it all out on the floor. I'll say this. It was a great, hard-charging effort.
Guys, when he's on, nobody's more fun to watch. And he was definitely on in that game. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Warriors leading by 6. And here's Barnes for 3. That's good. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there? Because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
The lead pushed to double digits. And now an 11-point Warrior lead. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, but they've also protected the paint extremely well. You see that in their block shot totals, but also they've altered a lot of shots. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Warriors shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game right here.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Thompson. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc. And, boy, are they taking advantage.
Here's Cooper. And another miss by Cleveland.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Thompson with the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Cooper against Thompson. And it's Cooper missing.
Yeah, the offense seems completely in disarray.
Exactly. But at the other end, it's one bucket after the other. This run is getting out of hand right now.
Thank you, Kevin.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin. Changes. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Harrison Barnes comes in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for James. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Cooper in for Kyrie Irving. Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston and Thompson are the guards. And it's Azili in at the five. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
I don't think they can ask much more of him than what he's done this quarter.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Guys, you gotta love the versatility of Klay Thompson. He provides so much at that two-guard position.
Well, he can defend three positions, Kevin. And offensively, he does everything you want done from the two-guard spot. He can play with or without the ball.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Cooper, the pass to Love. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists now in this one.
And Thompson's certainly in the conversation for the best two-way shooting guard in basketball. There's really not much he doesn't do well.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And Thompson's much more active running the pick and roll lately. A great pocket passer. And
changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Steph Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. James Jones, he's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Cooper, he's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Williams in for Matthew Dellavedova. So on the floor for Cleveland. Cooper in at shooting guard. Jefferson is out there with James Jones. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Williams at the 1 spot. He dishes it to Freak. Tries it from the top of the key. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Shot off the screen. That's good.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely.
They double-team Curry. The drive by Green. It's stolen by Jefferson. On the wing, Jones. Outside, Williams. Here's Cooper. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you. This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, But you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
And something that's been whispered about around the NBA is expansion. We know there are some markets that want desperately to have an NBA team. The NBA might not be at 30 teams for the foreseeable future.
Green with the block, and they're able to recover. To the paint. Tries again, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
So far in this one for Freak, he has 12 points and 2 steals. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Festus Ezeli comes in for Draymond Green. Brandon Rush, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson. Rush's shot is off.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And it's going to be a 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
Ian Clark's checked in for Curry. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. All alone.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Jefferson with the double team. Clock at 6. Here's Clark. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And guys, that's his. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes. Guys, that's the only way he knows how to do it. Soft, I don't even think is in his vocabulary.
And the shot is good.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Barbosa kicks to Clark. And there's the pass to Rush. And Jefferson sends it back. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Cooper against Barbosa. Pass to McCray. Trying to find Mozgov. Gets it to him. And he gets it to go.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. A dominating performance for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Klay Thompson. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Knocks it loose. Now it's Shumpert running. He can go all the way. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Some switch here also for Cleveland. Cooper, he's checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And here's Cleveland. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
26 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
And the basket by Curry.
And just a terrific job of taking care of business in front of the home fans.
And Greg, those fans had a hand in the win. I mean, they gave this team a big lift throughout the game. I thought there was great energy in the building.
Once again, off the mark by Cleveland.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here.
Yes, Kevin, here.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor. Let's get your opinion, Kenny.
Klay Thompson is everything you want in a swingman. Long and athletic, a staunch defender, and a terrific passer. But let's not forget what makes him truly special.
And that will do it for our special Christmas Day broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon, and good night, everybody.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Ooh, it's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby. Last game at home for a while. With the road trip looming, we can't look past the task at hand tonight. We got to go out there and get the fans behind us early on. No one wants to leave home on a down note, especially me. So I better put my money where my mouth is and go out there and ball.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. Substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith, and it's Cooper in for Kyrie Irving. On the court for the Suns, John Lure's out there with P.J. Tucker. Then it's Goodwin. Then there's Len. And it's Knight in at the one.
They've worked hard and created great chances for themselves in this opening quarter.
And if they match that effort at the defensive end, watch out.
They double in with Freak. Dishes to Lure.
Yeah, the NBA Development League now celebrating its 15th anniversary and a lot of change over that time. None of the original 8 teams still playing in their original locations. Still, it's only growing. I think we'll see it grow to 30 teams before long.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. Greg, you're talking about the D-League. Not really a moneymaker yet, but it's really benefited, Clark, the NBA in so many ways.
Clearly has, Kevin, a place to train new players, officials, and executives or management, a way to test out possible rule changes. I think building revenue is the focus, though, and the players make a small salary, but the NBA Developmental League is helping the NBA be better.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Goodwin for the three. No luck. Cavaliers go the other way with it. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, and they won that matchup last time, and it wasn't even close, guys.
Well, they got the other team in foul trouble and frustrated them as well, and I think that really kind of shaped the whole context and tenor of the game.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
There's 47 seconds left in the first. Len, a screen. Puts up a three. And Brandon Knight hits from deep. Knight's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Cleveland leading by 10. Outside jumper. He kicks to Freak. Five on the clock. Fires from the line. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Goodwin kicks to Knight. And it falls over the rim and in. Knight's got it back down to within single digits for Phoenix. He got it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in help? Look here. Channing Fry's checked in for Thompson. Amon Shumpert has come in for LeBron. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And it's Cooper in for Irving. Cooper in at point guard. Amon Shumpert is out there with Channing Fry. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Love in at the center position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves had a difficult game. He ended with 7 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. The iron was quite unkind to him as shot after shot ricocheted off the rim. He'll be looking to have a much better time out this contest, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Great job. You know, even the best players have weak games, guys. And I think we saw that pretty clearly.
Yeah, and the question now becomes, you know, can you bounce back? Will he be able to put that game behind him?
That is the question, Greg, and I'm guessing he can. I'm sure he's discouraged, but he won't dwell on it. He knows how to deal with having an off night.
And the dunk by Lamb.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Len sets a screen for Knight. For three, Price. It's hauled in by Fry.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way. He's jammed himself up a little bit here with that second foul. And as long as he can avoid a third before the half, I think he's fine.
And guys, Brandon Knight really fits the mold of the new breed of NBA combo guard. He has the length and quickness to guard ones and twos, and his skill set allows him to generate offense both in transition as well as the half court.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Shot from the top of the key, and he hits the jump shot. And that's 12 points for Freak. Suns trail by 19. And stolen by Freak. He's all alone. Got it. Nice one there from Dellavedova.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage.
And here's the fast break. Knight leading the way. Len, good.
And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Lure. Offensive rebound. One kicks it to Tucker. The three-pointer off the mark. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cavaliers lead by 19. And now we'll send it down to Doris.
Thank you, Kevin.
As we begin the second half, first half wasn't even. Big group substitution here for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Cooper in for Kyrie Irving. Phoenix also making some changes. Len's checked in for Chandler. And it's Brandon Knight in for Eric Bledsoe. On the court for the Suns, they've got Warren. Mirza Teletovic out there with Alex Len. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Booker in at the 2. Cooper against Knight, and stolen by Knight. And oh, here we go, Knight, nobody back.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Cleveland.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And because they play in different conferences, guys, This is the last time these two teams will face each other. It's got to be a good feeling getting the clean sweep, finishing the season 2-0 against the Suns.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for James. He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Fry's checked in. Cooper the pass to Fry. It's Freak, top of the key. Shot clock at 6. Outside for Jefferson. He feeds it to Freak. Stolen by Len. 29 seconds left in the game. And here's Price for 3. And that one's good.
And this run not really doing them any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been really easy to pack it in.
Cleveland the rebound. The steal. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I'm here with J.R. Smith. What was the team's attitude coming into tonight's game?
Unfortunately, the 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He had a double-double and made a huge difference tonight. He never let up, and his performance really inspired the rest of his team.
His field goal percentage was excellent, up over 60%. This was a player in total control of his game. He didn't try to do too much. He didn't get reckless, just took what the defense gave him.
We all know, anytime you got LeBron James on the floor, he's going to bring that will to win. He has so many tools in his arsenal he can throw at you, not to mention his defense. Literally, any night he can take over a game. Tonight we saw King James exert his will on the game.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.
As I was saying, got a real big problem. All this kitty stuff, you evil twins, CC and Dom got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No.
Some people say you just hang around, that you're elite.
We got Blake Griffin and the Clips on deck tonight. Going up against him, you almost just hope you don't end up on a poster. But I've never been one to just get out the way. I'm ready to step up, no matter the consequences. Got to earn my stripes sometime, you know? Here we go.
Let's take them back. We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball. Position here for the Clippers. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Jordan. Pierce comes in for Blake Griffin. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Rivers in for Paul. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Smith. And it's Cooper in for Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland, Cooper in at point guard. Mozgov is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's LeBron in at the small forward spot. Crawford, no luck.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They get the rebound. Mozgov. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Sounds good.
And Cleveland making a change here. Shumpert's checked in. The Cavaliers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. Free throw off from Mozgov. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
.124 left to play here in the first, and it's Cooper missing. So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Rivers kicks to Crawford. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 13. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Freak with it, and it's Aldrich picking him up. Cooper with the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Goes up on the high post. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Cooper's got his second basket.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
It's Crawford with the drive. Mozgov with the block. And they'll keep possession. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits his brother for inspiring him to work at his craft. Well, talking about taking the right course, we know that the older brother... He's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Chris Paul. We've got Cole Aldrich. Crawford out there with Rivers. Then there's Griffin. And it's Green in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Cooper. No luck. The Clippers go the other way with it. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
Yeah, a significant differential in free throws made. I mean, give them credit. They capitalized on those opportunities.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Lakers stepped up to deliver. He dropped 14 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
And he gets it to go.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Use the got Fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Clippers leading by 20. Rivers with it. 17 points in his last outing. The Clippers have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Here's Cooper. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Clippers on...
Yes, Kevin, up.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show. He's checked in for Griffin. Crawford comes in for Green, and it's Austin Rivers in for J.J. Redick. Cleveland also making some changes. Shumpert is checked in for James. Matthew Dellavedova comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Cooper in for Irving. So on the floor for Cleveland, Cooper, he's in at the point. Kevin Love out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Thompson, and it's Dellavedova in at the 2 spot. The 11-footer, and a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season, yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine the first team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it.
1:33 left in the fourth quarter. They've got J.J. Redick. Chris Paul is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Griffin, and it's Aldridge in at the 5. Rome in the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving... Nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Clippers.
On a given night, one or two guys might have the off night from the line, but today the team did a much better job with their free throws.
They did not lose focus, and that made a huge difference in the result.
And in what's been a solid season, to say the least, tonight's game will push their win total now up to 53.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jordan. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the court, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker. And that fella can flat out fly, can he?
Reminds me of a young Greg Anthony out of UNLV, no doubt about that. Just look at the elevation he climbed to right there.
Kevin, you just made my knees hurt.
That's what sets him apart from so many other point guards in the NBA.
Move it.
Dellavedova kicks to Freak, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
And they're on the kind of run that could have made a difference had it just started a little earlier.
Yeah, but I think the only reason they're on this run is because the defense has relaxed a little bit, knowing the game is basically in the bag.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith without DeAndre Jordan. He notched his season high and his scoring really. And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoy.
Yo, Freak, what's up, baby? What's up? We see you.
Yo. What up?
Basquiat, let's go. Got that art for y'all, that real spit. They call me Basquiat. The Harlem's ain't my pockets full of fat nuts, making all the ladies drop. Paint me street corners green, my bank notes the color scene. Half man, half amazing. Call me Simi out the demigod. Halo crown with the dollar sign, got them hoping. A ghetto saints with grand designs, call me focus. Before the Basquiat's, the streets is hopeless. I'm not heartless, ain't painting pictures. Making new kind of skill, banking up to 12 figures. They call me Basquiat's, pockets full of fat knots, dust till dawn. Your boy makes the street pop, got it on lock. Body don't stop, make it hot. Love it when the bunnies bounce when they on top. Basquiat, I got on the 7 seas, making waves so the world knows me. Basquiat, my pockets go deep. I dive in the heights, get up and then creep. I'm on my hustling grind, I'm all about my money. No time for playing games when the game ain't funny.
Okay, yo, he's nice. What's his name?
Hey, he goes by the name Basquiat, yo. Basquiat puts game down on them bars, yo. I'm telling you. Hey, we record a nice mixtape. Hey, do a nice video, get some honeys up in there dancing. Hey, we could build a franchise around this, yo. Hey, I want us to do a deal, freak.
What you mean by us, Vic?
I mean us, as in you and me and you. Putting some serious Skrilla behind this and put me on, man.
I never had this feeling with any other woman in my life. And she gave me a different feeling, which was
tough matchup tonight. We could very well end up facing these guys in the postseason. So it's important to learn what we can and show them we're not about to back down. If we get it done here, it'll give us that much more confidence if we see them again. The stakes are raising every day at this point, so I better man up.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida, right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the Magic.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the stars that led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Yeah, it's simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together.
On the court for Cleveland, Cooper in at point guard. Mozgov is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova, and it's Shumpert in at the 3 spot.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side. Try to come up with a few more steals.
Here's Cooper. The shot is off. Good D by Wade. Miami trailing. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, excelling in the open court. High-energy point guard, a lot like you, speed to burn, very smart guy, coveted by many.
He really is. And, Kevin, he transitions from defense to offense as quickly as anyone in the league, a la Tony Parker, except he's also equally adept at facilitating for others and spotting up for the three, or just taking it to the rack himself.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Richardson, he's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Johnson comes in for Goran Dragic. And so here is Miami, trailing by 4. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, Greg, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Cooper kicks to Mozgov. Cooper against Johnson. There's the pick. Mozgov, a screen on Richardson. Pass to Cooper. Just 5 to shoot. High post try. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Johnson, the pass to Bosch. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
.50 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's Winslow that time on the assist by Richardson. Winslow's got his first points of the night. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. That's good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition. Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
The Heat shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Miami, Whiteside's checked in for Stoudemire. Dang comes in for Chris Bosh. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Dragic in for Tyler Johnson. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Cooper, he's in at shooting guard. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Smith. And it's Irving at the point.
Boy, what a significant turnaround here in the second quarter after only making 40% from the field in the first.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat. But he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Magic was simply terrific. He had 11 points and did his work from a pair of lines, hitting from both beyond the arc and from the charity stripe. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, you know, he made play after play in that game.
You know, let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
And it's Wade penetrating. Dragic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Greg, as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Riley Clark kind of molded him in his image.
Yeah, and it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Now here's Freak. 11 points for him in that last game against the Magic in Orlando. Poked away. And it's the Heat on the break. Here's Whiteside. Oh!
And guys, that's a big swing right there. I mean, taking the steal and then turning it into 2 easy points on the dunk.
No telling how important that sequence could turn out to be.
And guys, in a game this snug, moments like that are the ones we usually look back on at the end as a difference maker.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. No one covering. And now just a 3-point Cleveland lead.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Cooper against Wade. And it's Cooper missing.
And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
Here's Whiteside. And he gets it to go. Whiteside's got 6.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
Here's Cooper. Wade with the block. And they get it back. Now here's Dragic, the fast break opportunity. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy.
And a pretty tightly.
Hi, Kevin. A solid.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do. Some of the Cavaliers making a change here. Cooper's checked in. The Cavaliers leading by 4. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. And it's Dragic in the point. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Cooper. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Cooper's got 6 points. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Wade kicks to Bosch. Inside. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And the shots just continue. To say no in terms of falling.
Winslow's checked in for Luol Deng. Irving against Dragic. He feeds it to Wade. Now here's Winslow. Covered by Smith. Bosch. No one around him. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosch last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Irving against Dragic. Irving attacking, and that one's good. Irving's got 9 points now in just the second half.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep up.
And he gets it to go. And now a 9-point Cavalier lead.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And the foul called on Freak. Whiteside's checked in for the Heat. Richardson comes in for Winslow. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. Amon Shumpert has come in for Smith. And it's Cooper in for Irving.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Cleveland.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Well, Kevin, timing and anticipation, they got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum in this one.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year, so tonight we'll make it 46.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
Sure did. I mean, this means they'll come out on top in the season series, 2-1 now. Got to be happy about that.
And what a huge standout performance it was for James. A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
On the court for Cleveland, Cooper, he's in at the point. Amon Shumpert is out there with Channing Frye. Then it's Mozgov. And it's Dellavedova in at the 2 spot. Luol Deng is checked in for Miami. Tyler Johnson comes in for Goran Dragic. Cooper against Richardson. Dishes it to Stoudemire, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. First free throw is good. And Cooper drops both of them. Kicks it out to Johnson. To the middle. Stoudemire, no good. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismissed.
Hi, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of LeBron James. For some guys, a double-double is a great night, but he makes it a regular occasion, and it's an occasion his teammates never get. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, send him in. Cece.
Hey, how are you?
Good to see you again.
My pleasure.
Freak. Great game last night.
That's what I do, right?
Indeed. Have a seat. Pagnotti.
How you doing?
Thought you'd be selling used cars by now.
Funny, comedian. I thought you would have invested in some new clothes, being a team owner and all. I see you still rocking that Goodwill look.
Freak, what are you hanging around with this guy for? You know he's bad company, right?
Got no choice. He helps me pay the bills. Plus, our mother loves him.
Thank you all for coming by on such short notice. So you know why we're here, right?
Not really.
You want to negotiate an extension for Freak, right?
Well, since you mentioned it. Your client is quickly becoming a liability for this organization.
We've already put a plan in place that's going to address all your concerns and issues.
Let me finish. Thank you. Myself, the front office, and the coaches are not satisfied with the adjustments you've made in your life off the court. I personally warned you about the company you keep, and we're fed up with the late nights and showing up late to shoot-arounds and the bad press and the incident at the nightclub. I told you Vic was going to be your downfall, and I was right. Something has to change now, or we're not going to need your services any longer.
If this is about that Twitter stuff, Vic was playing. Okay, it was a joke.
It's not about that. It's everything.
But like I told you before, Vic is my best friend. I can't just cut him off. He's practically family.
Not really.
What exactly are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything, Dom. I'm saying it. Freak and his friend Vic are a problem for me and this organization. And I called you in here to figure out how we all together can fix this problem. And right now, I'm only seeing one solution.
I agree that Freak may need to make some adjustments in his personal life off the court, but that's a learning process. We both know that. But this almost sounds like a threat. And Dom Pagnotti doesn't take too kindly to threats. Is this a threat?
Call it what you will.
We all know that Vic is a problem. The only person who doesn't seem to realize that is my brother. I'm sorry, bro, but enough is enough.
I don't have a problem with what you're saying. I have a problem with how you're saying it. Now, I know we can come to some understanding without all the ultimatums or threats.
Can we all come to a understanding, a compromise?
No, no more compromises. I already warned Freak. I told you. Don't be a hero. Cut that zero. It's cut Vic loose, or we trade Freak. It's that simple.
Fine, we'll go sign with another team.
Good luck with that, Pagnotti. Because of Vic, Freak's reputation precedes him.
No, because of Freak's God-given talent, his reputation precedes him.
Everybody's been talking. Dom, you know how this works. This is not about you and me and our history. This is about your client. Help him.
You talking as if I'm invisible. You talking around me, about me, but not to me. Vic has always had my back. And I've given this team everything I got. I practice hard. I play hard. Yeah, some nights I got it, some nights I don't. Some days I might even show up a little late to shoot-arounds. But every time I'm on that court, I've always given my best. And I see how it is, though. I mean, us players got to be loyal to you, but you don't have to be loyal to us players. Try to give me some father and son talk, talking about how you love your players and how you look up for them. Come on, man. You trying to cut me off like you cut off Izzy. Don't you have people loyal to you no matter what? People you can't cut off? Well, that's me and Vic. Vic and me. Y'all insist, really. They could tell me stop hanging with Vic. What makes you think they won't tell me stop talking to you? You remember in 7th grade, some guys were trying to jump me over some girl. Vic was the one to get some friends just to walk me home. And when they came, we went at it, but I wasn't alone. When I got my scholarship, it was Vic who put the word on the streets that nobody should mess with me because I had a future. Vic was protecting me. And sir, I know Vic is crazy. But before all the hype and the lights, media, fans, it was just me and Vic. He's always been there. I mean, if y'all don't like that, I don't know what to say.
It hurts me to say this, but I see his point. What you don't understand is that the league doesn't have your back anymore. Not like they used to. They try, but it's too much. Social media has changed everything. And this last incident with Vic, that was the final straw.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny. You know, Vic was defending you, stepping in to protect your honor by attacking another teammate like that? Talking about his manhood, his wife, his kids, his family, so you can be the big dog on the court? That's uncalled for.
And they all know your relationship with Vic, so they think it's coming from you.
But that's the media blowing everything out of proportion as usual.
It's not just the media. He's attacking other players, other teams. He's out of control. Vic just doesn't know how to behave.
We got guys on our squad who don't want to be here because of that beef. There is no place for that kind of inappropriate behavior in this league. If you can't trust your teammates, who can you trust?
What Vic is doing isn't right. He's bringing you down, and people can see it. I see how all the other players are looking at you. Oh, it's not cool. It's not cool at all.
What, don't talk to him? Don't hang with him?
You do what you got to do. That's your call. But let me tell you this. You asked me if I had friends that I couldn't cut off? Yeah, I did for a while. Friends, business partners, girlfriends, wives, family that I thought I couldn't cut off. But I learned that sometimes you got to make the hard decisions. I mean, some of these people, they were just bad for me. They were bringing me down. They weren't making me better. They were good for the time that they were there, but I grew up, not in age and maturity, but in mind and spirit. I was ready for the next level in my life. And I'll be honest with you, I've been on the receiving end of that. I've been cut off before myself, and yeah, it hurt at the time. But looking back, they were doing the right thing for me. Just don't tell my ex-wife that, Pagnotti.
So what's the next move?
The next move is Freaks. It always has been. The question is he ready and willing to do what needs to be done?
This is messed up.
You take a moment to think about it, but think long, think wrong. The snafu should have been cleaned up a long time ago. With or without you, we got games to win.
Freak, you gotta handle your business.
Okay, we've all said our piece. You might cut me off as your manager, but I will always be your sister. Twin, this is on you. I might not like it, but I will respect any decision you make. Yvette, please.
Cece.
Yvette.
Where's Dom?
I had him call you.
Why?
I'm gonna cut right to the chase. My brother is deeply in love with you. And I'm ready to put our differences aside if you are.
Really?
On a string.
I'm with it.
Team Freak.
Team Freak.
All right, so if you're gonna be down with the team, I gotta show you the dap.
Oh, the dap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, like this.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, shoot,
Shoot.
swish.
Swish.
Yeah. Again.
Like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, swish.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like that.
Cool, right?
Yeah.